Alright, what is going on guys, Slim here, and today's video, I have episode 3 of the free-to-play builds for the 150 Paragon series. We started with Myth, Death, and now we are on the Ice. I do not have any PvP matches for you guys today. I did have a couple, but the files got corrupted again. My PC is kind of being in an L right now, so I'm just going to go over the stuff and why I think it's the best and why I think you'll want it. Real quick though, if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe and maybe leave a like on the video. It really does help me out quite a bit. I've been uploading daily now for 7 months, guys, and I'd really appreciate it. I want to see if we can get to 2K subs for next year. That is my goal for now. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Alright, so I guess the first thing we'll go over is the stats. Now, you got 11.7k HP, which is really solid. 131 damage, so you get max damage value, no intersection. 59 uni-res, which is really good. Your accuracy is decent, but it's not perfect. If you do have a 15%, you only have a 1% chance to fizzle a shad. So, you know, it's basically never going to happen if you have the best tool in the game. Next up for the crit, I am missing the duelist deck right now, so you'll have about 300 critical, about 297 I think is the exact number, and then you'll have about 500 universal block with about, 550 to storm and fire. Your pierce is 31. If you do have the clockwork courser, you can get it to 33, which is, pretty good for an ice wizard, obviously. Then the shads are really good, the pips are really good, and the pip conserve is down. Now, the reason the pip conserve is down is because we are missing the duelist deck, and I am running a merciless amulet instead of the traditional, pip conserve mastery. If you are gonna run a mastery though on an ice, I definitely recommend balance for, when the new changes go through with the Scion and stuff like that. You can gain your pips back with scales and obviously Eye of Vigilance. But I honestly probably recommend just using scales and then using Oni's Destruction just to kill the blade stackers faster, personally. But I would recommend probably going with a balance mastery if you had to pick over any of these. There are a couple other ones you could use, but I think for the most part they're all niche. I think balance is good because you can reshuffle pretty easily, right? And you can really gain those pips back as well. Not to mention you can use spirit and elemental diffuse, which is really good. I just don't run that stuff personally on my ice. I just like to play aggro and have the best stats possible. So if you do run this though, your res will go down by 2, your health will be about the same, and then your conserve will be 33% with the duelist deck, so it won't be that high, but it'll be high enough to the point where you pip conserve every other hit, so 33% is definitely worth it with these other statistics, guys. So I'm going to show you guys the build we are running. So we are running this hat over the Dragoon hat, and the reason I'm running this is purely basically for the damage and the 5 extra shads. Right now, Ice kind of struggles with shad rating for multiple reasons, I guess. You're still stuck using the Dragoon robe. It's the only good robe really for Ice right now, unfortunately, unless you run a weird build that I'll see and show off in the future. You could run this robe, I guess, to, bump up the shads, but you do lose the accuracy and a bit of health and a bit of block and pierce. I just don't think it's worth it. We might run a build with this in the future, like I said in a different video. So, I would really recommend using this for the extra shad rating so you can compete. So, Merciless, Dragoon, obviously, nothing better at the moment. Mercy, again, just a pure upgrade really from the Goon Boots. You do lose 40 critical and 100 health, which is kind of alarming, but I think it's worth it in my opinion. Then this is the only good free-to-play wand, unfortunately, for an ice. The Winter Wrapping Paper and the R-Blaster probably are better, but those are both pay-to-win, so your only free-to-play option is this wand. It's honestly not bad. The issue is, it's just ice wand hits, right? So you can't get rid of a tower or a weakness with an off-skill wand hit. I really hope 5th Age, you can customize stuff a bit more. Like, what if I can have these stats, but swap the ice wanted to a shadow wanted or a myth wanted? I think that'd be really cool. But this is the best one for free-to-play players. Obviously, you want Mercy, right? It's just way better than Dragoon, you know. More health, more block, more damage, right? Just literally way better in every way. Then again, you can run the Balance Mastery if you want more pip conserve and, you know, more utility. Or you can just run the Merciless Ice Amulet for the extra health, the extra block, and the extra resist. The Merciless Amulet is actually really good for ice, in my opinion. Like, you just gain so much from it. So, yeah, we'll obviously use the Aphrodite Ring as well. And I recommend this pet. Another pet I actually use is this one. Either one is pretty good. Either one are the best ice pets right now. So, but I would recommend the Mighty Pet personally with the free-to-play build. Because, you know, if you run this, for example, you're actually losing a bit of damage and a bit of resist. And I think that resist really matters on a school like Ice, right? However, if you're to run the Arbalaster, right, obviously now you might want the triple damage pet, right? But this is a free-to-play video, so I would recommend the Mighty Pet definitely for you guys. Obviously the mount, we don't have anything, but ideally you would want a Clockwork Courser. You don't need the rock mount, you already have perfect pips, right? You also could use the accuracy mount. Now that I'm looking at it, you can get perfect accuracy with the Crystal Unicorn, so that's actually pretty cool. So either the Crystal Unicorn or the Clockwork Courser if you have it, guys. And obviously you're going to want the Duelist deck. I just don't have it yet. I'm working on grinding the tickets on the ice right now. It's a lot of work to do a bunch of tournaments on all 7 characters, so definitely get yourself the Duelist deck. The stats are really worth it, guys. I can't emphasize it enough. The 50 crit and the 50 block will save you, and the pip conserve. It's just such a big game changer. But yeah, that's really all I have to show you guys for the video today. This probably be a shorter one because there's no gameplay, but I really just want to go a bit more in depth, I guess, about the builds and, you know, why I think it's good. You could also run a resist build with a Croc Hat. Personally, I just don't run it right now because resistance is broken. People can just brace with 70 resist and be immune, and you don't really have to play the game at that point. So I wouldn't recommend it. It's just gonna be a crutch, and it won't actually improve yourself as a player. So I'd recommend running this build and, you know, focusing on yourself and focusing on bettering yourself as a player. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you made it this far, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, guys. It helps me out a lot. I do post daily. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, take care, guys.